Okay, so the game that I chose for this presentation was the Madden Series. So to start off, the genre of the game is sporting, simulation, and obviously strategy. So these are what you can play Madden on. These are the most popular that I've saw. So there's Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Ones, and Xbox Series X and S. You can also play on mobile devices, but not a lot of people play on mobile devices. Okay, and here are some of the different game modes. There's Exhibition, Base of Franchise, Franchise, and Madden Ultimate Team. So Exhibition is just a general game mode for playing locally against computers or versus local players. Face of Franchise is you get to create your own player and play your way to the Hall of Fame. Franchise, you get to manage your own team or teams over multiple different seasons. And then Madden Ultimate Team, which is also known as MUT, you get to create your own group of players around the NFL. And what's the purpose of Madden? So this is right off of the EA Madden Sports game website, and I thought this was pretty head-on of what Madden is. Madden NFL is a staple to EA Sports and has a history that spans decades. It's the most realistic digital football experience gaming has to offer. Whether you play as your favorite team, create your own player, or play head-to-head online, Madden brings next-level gameplay right to your fingertips. It is an immersive, simulation-based, authentic NFL interactive experience, empowering fans to play out their NFL fantasy of winning the Super Bowl on consoles, PC, and mobile devices. Okay, and this is how you play Madden, and I'm going to talk about it in the upcoming slide, but there are a lot of different Madden games, so I just picked the most recent Madden game, which was Madden 24, which just came out in this past August, and these are just basic beginner tips because obviously there's a bunch of different Madden games and there's a lot of how to play it. So I just picked the basic beginner ones. So there's pre-play offense, passing, ball in air, player locked receivers, and running. And there's also like advanced ways to play as well. And I did link the website for where you could get this at the end of the slide. But there was just a lot, so I just tried to do the basic beginner tips. But in the bottom right corner of my slide, I did screenshot from the website a PS5 controller with the player controls and how you can find them and how to use them. Next is the history. So yeah, as I mentioned, there is a lot of different Madden games, and these are just the Madden games that came out of that year. There's obviously other different games, but I picked these ones because I thought they were the most important. And I do just want to point out, as you see, that the first 4 games of Madden are called John Madden Football. And I figured out that John Madden Football was named after a guy, John Madden, who was an Oakland Raiders coach, and apparently he was a big name in NFL, and he did a lot for the NFL during the time he was a coach. But as you can see, in 1993, they just changed it to Madden NFL 94 and so on. And then the game developer and publisher, obviously the publisher is EA Sports and the developer is EA Tiburon. And then this is the game cover and logo. So I included the picture again that I had in the previous slide because you can just see how the logo and the game cover had changed over time. And then I added the game logo and cover of the most recent one once again, which is Madden 2024. And you can see that in the beginning years, you can see that Madden logo has changed a couple different times. And then these are some pictures from inside of Madden if you were playing. You can see some player profiles. You can see what it looks like to play on the game field. And then these are some stats for Madden. Once again, I just chose Madden 2024 because that's the most recent game, and it would take me a long time to go through all the stats for every single game. But I screenshotted these from a website. Once again, it's linked at the end of my slide if you want to check it out. And you can tell the number of players from August 2023 from the last 30 days, which is obviously recent. And you can see the average players, the gain, the percentage gained, and the peak players. And then the number of viewers, you can see from December 2023 till now, which is still continuing. You can see the hours watched, the peak viewers, peak channels, and average channels. Next is one of the Madden tournament set has recently just happened, which is called the Ultimate Madden Bowl. And for this, there was two finalists, Henry Leverett and Wesley Gittins, and the finalists won $250,000 and an MCS ring. And there were 5 opportunities to register and compete up until the championship Ultimate Madden Bowl game. And there are different phases that lead up to who the 2 finalists are. So first is the ladder phase, and basically you just compete against others, and the top 32 move on. And then there's the single elimination phase, which is a 2-day phase, and day 1 is the top 544 ranked players, and the 33rd to 544th will face off in a single elimination until the top 32 remain, and then they get to move on to day 2. And then the single elimination phase, day 2, is the top 32 players from the ladders phase, and the top 32 players from the day 1 single elimination will turn into a 64-player bracket and compete for elimination. And then that will go into the live event phase, which is the top 4 players from single elimination phase, and they will compete in person, and which will then lead to the ultimate kickoff, which is the final 2 players, and they once again compete in person head to head. And I screenshotted this from the website, once again linked at the end, and you can see Henry and Wesley, and then a picture of the ring, and then a picture of the most recent Madden Bowl bracket. And then these are my references that I used.